like that. Jennie Garth getting real with Stacey London right there on her podcast, I Choose Me.
Jennie joins us now, the incomparable Jennie Garth.
Jennie!
What?
You are on fire.
Yes, you are.
Right now. We've always loved your podcast. We loved everything that you've always done. But this book now, what a labor of love. Why was it now the right time?
Now is the right time. I had plans for this to come out with the podcast. And so just finally getting it done was half the battle. But it was the right time because I've grown so much as a person, and I just wanted to share my journey because I think when we share our stories, it makes everyone feel less alone on theirs. And I know that's how I learned so much about myself, was looking into the eyes of other women who know about themselves and just kind of like, yeah, I make every woman I meet now my mentor.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, you're my new mentor.
Done.
I am used to being surrounded by strong, capable, competent women, which I love, but you talk about choosing yourself and growing. Where did you have to grow from? Like, what is the metamorphosis that people are going to see in this book that they can hopefully see in themselves?
Oh my gosh, well, I started with that young girl inside of me, you know. I really believe in inner child work. Maybe sometimes people think it's a little crazy, a little woo-woo, but connecting with that younger version that's in there waiting for somebody to hold their hand or tell them that everything's gonna be okay was just so gate opening for me, for such a different perspective and a different kind of love for myself, you know, like that. I always say, like, the love affair that you ultimately come to with yourself is the best love affair you'll ever have.
What was the hardest chapter to write?
The hardest chapter to write? Oh gosh, there were a few. I get pretty real. And you know, I had every opportunity to edit things out, but I chose to keep certain things because I didn't want to sugarcoat things. I didn't want to try to be something I wasn't. This whole book is about becoming and being more comfortable in your own skin and, you know, going through life's transitions and challenges, whether it's grief or loss or change of jobs or all the things that we all go through. We all may be walking different walks of life, but we're all experiencing the same things underneath it all.
The book gets deep, and it has to, but how do you wake up every day and choose you? How do we do that?
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, it's the little things that you can do every day. Start small. For me, I started to come back to that expression that my character said in 1995 and bring it forward
That's
again.
right. I always forgot that's
it's
from Kelly.
the show. And so she had to choose between Brandon and Dylan. Big moment. But I
love a love triangle.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Who doesn't? But I
doesn't
didn't
love a love
realize. Yeah. Who doesn't want to be in a love triangle?
What?
And you were the height of it, just, oh, it was unbelievable.
Said the lone man sitting on the couch between two beautiful women. There you go. There it is, always.
We'll be in our own love triangle. But it was, you know, it came back from that because I kept hearing other women say, oh my gosh, when I watched that show in 1995, my young version of me didn't realize that I had the choice, like I could choose myself. And so I thought, oh, this is something we need to talk about more. And we need to, you know, there's so much great conversation now about mental health, menopause, all the things that we've never talked about. So I think coming back to the messaging of remembering to fill ourselves up so that we can fully give to the people in our lives, it's like you need it on repeat, you know?
Plus, I love your vulnerability with all of this. And I think a lot of times we've always held in as strong women and mothers. We just go forward, forward, forward.
Yeah.
So I've really loved learning all of this about you. And I loved you talking about Luke Perry and what that was your first true love. Take us a little bit on the inside with that.
Yeah, I never really was able to kind of like acknowledge that.
Oh, look at your babies.
No, that's later in life. We're both in our 30s, I think, there. But we, you know, we had a really great friendship, as we all did, all the cast. There's this incredible invisible string that holds us together until the end of time, and we love each other. And my on-camera character relationship with his character on the show, it got kind of blurry, and I got caught up as a young girl would. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about Luke, is that he made you feel like you were the only person in the world.
Yeah.
And I believed it, you know. And then now looking back and realizing, I think that those were my first real love feelings, however complicated they were. But I then I realized I think every young girl felt like she was in love with Luke. So,
But you
I don't
got
feel
it.
like I'm alone.
But you had him, and I love that.
Yeah, it got weird. Like the reality of it with just the fictional part of it was a lot for my young person to figure out. You know, it took me a long time to kind of get to the place where I felt secure in a loving relationship because it was so complicated.
I get that.
I mean, I'm listening to you say that, and when you talk about the young girl in you and then going back to that time, is there forgiveness? Did you have to learn to forgive yourself? Are you still able to keep in touch with maybe members from the cast because of everything that happened? How does that all coincide?
I think as you get older, you make amends. Like I believe in not pointing the finger any longer and start pulling the thumb. So Mike, I'm very curious, like, what was the experience like for you and how did you feel? And like, let's talk about it now. Whereas I think I tried to run from it for so long. And, you know, when you're young and caught up in the moment and dealing with things you have no idea how to deal with, like that kind of fame, I think you lose sight of like your North Star sometimes. And I know I did for a long time. And that's really why I had to come back to it and figure it out. But I love myself so much now at this stage in my life that I have forgiveness for anything that I might have done not to the best of my ability earlier in life. And I think I forgive anyone else too. Like you learn as you're growing.
That's called winning.
Yeah.
You win. Like you win when you can feel it. It's just all on you. This whole vibe that
Like
you got
there's a
going.
happiness like glow.
Centered.
Oh, yeah. I feel really like I never knew what true joy was before in my life. And I was really trying to find it because I thought something was very wrong with me, that I couldn't feel happiness and joy, even with a beautiful life and 3 healthy children. So that was my goal in my 40s, to find it, to chase it, to hunt it down, and to
Look at
figure
her
it
beautiful
out.
family.
I mean,
she's got the greatest family. I've been a mom.
Gorgeous.
She's an incredible mom. You're doing the summit, I Choose Me Live Summit.
Yes. Well, I want everybody to know what a great day it's going to be. Just female friendships, bonding. We had such a good time last year. People
Can men
loved
come?
it. Here's the thing. This year, we are having a manel.
Ooh.
So we are going to get inside the heads of our men on the panel.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to that, just opening up the conversation, because we all struggle and we all have these lives, you know, that we want to share with other people. So
I have some thoughts on the mantle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right
By the way,
there.
Segun would be
ideas?
great.
Yes. Yeah, I
And
have
I'm
some thoughts.
coming. I'm coming as well.
Oh my gosh.
And congrats on everything, Jenny. We
Yes.
love watching you shine. Just incredible.
is.
Jennie Garth's new memoir, I Choose Me, of course, available now. You can watch her live summit April 25th. We're right back, everybody. Yeah, Jenny.